The following is a station editorial.
This is Holland Redfield. Let there be no mistake that the battle over the stimulus package that is taking place in Washington will have far-reaching implications for the Virgin Islands, and local public policy will have to be factored into the economic realities of what takes place north of us. President Obama has now moved to the right of the liberal wing of the Democratic Party. He is in a balancing act between the Republican Party and the left wing of the Democratic Party. It would be an understatement to say that he is tiptoeing through a political landmine. Here locally, both the governor and the delegate to Congress are going to have to work together to meet these challenges that will ultimately be determined by others in our nation's capital. The first challenge appears to be the 40% of the stimulation package to tax rebates and incentives that could ultimately impact the Virgin Islands Treasury. That is because we operate under the mirror theory of taxation. Clearly, the DeYoung administration is going to have to negotiate, as it has successfully done before, to create reimbursements and adjustments to counter the loss of revenues that our new national tax policy will create. Any failure to do so could further compound the economic crisis here in the territory. This is truly a game of high-stakes political poker. Now we speak to the 60% of the proposed stimulus package. It is loaded with capital improvement and infrastructure repair projects that are specifically designed to increase employment as rapidly as possible. The Obama administration is targeting 3.5 million jobs to be created as a result of this package. The Obama administration has sent a clear message to the states and territories that if you don't use it, you are going to lose it. This means the DeYoung administration is going to have to be proactive and declare a financial emergency that will facilitate cutting of the red tape and moving the process as expeditiously in order not to compromise the possibility of loss of these revenues and the jobs that will be created from them. The administration will be clearly in an uphill battle. We have a bureaucracy that has historically dragged its feet, thrown stumbling blocks when it comes to development, and which has outright discouraged economic development, whether it be in the private or public sector. We have seen the enemy, and it is ourselves. We are going to have to downplay our differences and work towards our shared values and goals such as the education of our children, pushing back against the criminal element, earning a decent wage, and having an orderly economic and financial system to allow us to retire one day and maintain a steady improving standard of living and a way of life here in the Virgin Islands, which we all deserve. It is our belief if we work together, we will survive this worldwide economic crisis. Our leaders have the capacity to solve these problems. We as a people, whether in the private or public sector, are going to have to work with one another to foster an environment in which we all can walk in the same direction.
Please email your comments to our editorial department. Our email address is editorial@viradio.com. Please include your name and other contact information.